We're on.
Yeah, we live. Not really live, but somewhat live. Keep that hat on it. Keep that on a swivel. Keep that head moving. Don't be a still target. Keep that head moving.
The pro.
Keep it moving. Keep it moving. Yeah.
Holy smokes, dude.
There's also a lot of stuff in the world of boxing.
We got a lot to cover.
And hey guys, it's not like I'm sitting here on my phone texting people and stuff. I got some notes here to refer to.
Yeah, we don't use paper.
No.
We're modern.
We're environment friendly and all that good stuff.
All that. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So, buddy boy, lots to talk about. There were a lot of fights on last Saturday and on different stations too, right?
Yeah, there was quite a few fights.
Yeah, and let's talk about. Well, start off. Want to go through the heavyweight?
Yeah, let's start off first with the big fight, and that was Deontay Wilder against Dominic Brazeale, and just the atmosphere at the Barclays Center, and when Deontay Wilder came out to the ring in that outfit that he wore, man, it just gave me goosebumps. I'm like, and he just came out like he's just a physical presence. He's the power punching ability.
Yeah, is
tremendous, and that knockout in that fight. Whew, I felt that, man.
Off of 1-2, right?
Just a jab and then that long stick that he's got.
And that jab was just either a distraction or a range finder.
Right.
Just basically brushed against his face, but he came off with a fast 2.
And the jab is that's why it's always referred to as the most important punch in boxing. It does so much, man.
Yeah.
You gotta, get on that stick, pop, let popcorn, pop.
And that's right. And you can do so much with it. You can do a power jab. You can do a range finder, a distraction jab.
Look at the Russian one that when Golovkin will go with this punch and then bang come with that hard boom boom.
Oh yeah.
2-1.
Yeah, 2-1. You love that. And that's a nice punch. That hard
nice,
one off
man.
the 2.
It's nice 2-1.
I don't think anybody expects that too.
They don't, and that's the prestige of the punch.
Yeah.
They don't expect that.
Ooh, prestige of the punch. I like that. We gotta coin that, man. Copyright that.
Not such a pretty face.
So, Brazeale, I think he is tailor-made style-wise to get knocked out by Wilder.
I agree totally, and he stepped up and fought Joshua before, and it was a knockout in the 7th round.
Right.
There's comparisons of Joshua did it in this round, Deontay did it in 1 round. You can't compare that, and you can't compare opponents in boxing. Just because I beat him doesn't mean that I'm gonna beat that guy because you beat him.
Right.
It doesn't work that way.
That doesn't fly, and the thing is, I think something that Brazeale just doesn't do against, or shown that he doesn't do against top fighters, is there's no head movement. There's not much as far as lateral movement.
Yeah, right.
He's not throwing anything as he's going backwards. He backs up straight.
He's a training bra on.
Yeah. So he's just...
Man, he was heavy up here.
I know. But apparently he was in shape. Apparently.
Round is a shape.
Sometimes though, you see some guys that are heavier like that. Yeah. But they'll go 12 rounds, like Ortiz too.
Perfect example, Joshua's opponent, Andy Ruiz.
Yeah, I want to talk about that in a sec too. Yeah, good point.
Yeah.
But just with that Brazeale fight, so tailor-made for Wilder, I don't think that was a surprise for anybody.
No, it was just a matter of when it was going to happen and what kind of devastating fashion are we going to see. And we totally see 41-0 and 40 knockouts. That's just a crazy record.
That's huge.
He retained his title. That's for the 9th consecutive time. He ties Muhammad Ali Joe Frazier and Mike Tyson in their first reign as heavyweight champion, consecutive wins.
Yeah, I think that's pretty significant too.
That's huge. Look at those greats that I mentioned: Ali, Frazier, Mike Tyson. Man.
Oh yeah, and it's not
one of the best fighters of all time.
I love that. How many times? Do you know how I'm offhand putting you on the spot? How many times did Klitschko? Not Vitaly.
Yeah, Vladimir.
Yeah, how many times did he defend his belt?
I think it was 19 or something, illustrious in the heavyweight division.
Wow.
Because he had a lot of defenses. I'm not sure.
That was a crazy reign he had.
He did.
But there weren't.
But the era, look at the era.
I know.
He didn't really have the era of Ali, Frazier, Mike Tyson. They have
true.
What they did is more significant.
I remember I think he fought Chris Bird.
Right.
And
he had the injury.
Yeah. Yeah.
And Bird beat him.
Is that what happened? Or
yeah.
Did they have a rematch or something?
Yeah,
or Bird
he
got Bird in the corner and destroyed him.
Yeah. Well, Bird from middleweight to heavyweight.
Yes, he was a small heavyweight. He was kind of slippery, had some good movement.
Yeah.
I think he reffed a couple fights too, Chris.
He was an Olympic gold medalist.
Yeah.
Gold medalist.
But I think he was maybe one of the better fighters of the Klitschko era.
Yeah.
Pulev.
Yeah. I mean, the heavyweight division's always been then a little bit lackluster.
Yeah.
Now it's getting a little bit more. And Deontay Wilder actually was saying that in one of the interviews. He's like, I really want to make. I want to make this fight with Joshua.
Okay.
That we want to try to make. We don't want that whole Lennox Lewis and Evander. Lennox and Riddick Bowe, and how they never fought each other, and and we know how Bowe was it Bowe that put his belt in the garbage because he wasn't defending it against. I
can't remember.
Yeah.
But yeah. So now we've got the top guys: Wilder, Joshua, and that's the fight that needs to happen.
Mm-hmm.
Those are two promotion companies that could do it too, right?
They got to do it. They got to make it happen.
And then I think, and probably Tyson Fury has a fight. I don't know with who.
Yeah.
And maybe they're talking Tyson Fury and what's his name, King Kong.
They're talking
Luis Ortiz.
Yeah.
Luis Ortiz, it's still going. He should take that fight.
Yeah.
I mean, he's in his early 40s. It's a money fight.
Yeah.
It would be in England probably.
Yeah.
And it would be a good payday, win or lose.
Yeah.
And you know what? He might do better actually against a guy like Fury because he can move. And he's got some experience, and he's got some defense and experience. I don't think he's going to swing wildly on Fury.
Yeah, you're right. No, he's going to be smarter. Fury's a better boxer. Fury's a big man.
Yeah.
He's a good boxer. And he's got that personality that's so riveting.
He can sell a fight. So I would think that would happen, or maybe that'll happen. Maybe they'll pull somebody else out. But then if we can get the Joshua Wilder fight, and then the winner of that fights Fury, that would be amazing.
Yeah.
That's going to be tough to make happen.
Right. Let's see how it plays out, and hopefully it happens.
Yep.
Hopefully it happens. So we're just talking about the power punching and the knockout power of Deontay Wilder, and what a knockout that was in that fight. It was an amazing knockout.
Yeah.
I was just thinking about some power punches that I faced, and the significance of power of it being able to hit hard, and how do you develop strength? The thing is this, basically, guys, is that power you either have it or you don't. You're born with it or you're not. You can improve your strength, velocity, all that stuff, stamina. You can improve it, yes. But if you hit hard, you could knock somebody out. And that's something that you're always going to have.
Now, apparently, there is a correlation with hand size to power. and generally guys that do have bigger hands have more power. Which kind of makes sense, like from a physics point of view.
Hammer portion of the...
You got it. If you got a heavier hammer head at the end of your hammer, you're going to be able to pound a nail in way easier.
That's why my hands are big as hell. So I was wondering, like, what the hell?
I see built for speed.
You know what they say about hands, right? Big hands? I know, that's big feet.
Yeah, I think it's feet, dude, and your feet are pretty small.
These are size 9. Come on.
We won't go there.
Come on.
Let's not go there. Sorry, bud. Sorry.
So,
I'm a professional.
Yeah. So I was just thinking about, like, some times where I've been in fights and a guy hit really hard.
Yeah, so let me ask you this. When you were, first of all, before you got in a fight with a power puncher, did you know ahead of time that this guy hit hard? That's number one.
Yeah, like, so the time when I fought Brazeale.
Yeah.
And I know he does, like, as a pro, he hasn't done so great. But as an amateur, I'm telling you, this guy's one of the best ever. And he's known for that. But in the fight with him, like, he hit me with a few shots. I'm like, damn, this guy hits hard. I gotta be very, very, very cautious. He has the ability to put me down. And he did. He put me down.
So, once you experienced that, a couple hard shots from him, did you end up fighting differently than you normally would have if it was a guy that didn't hit as hard?
100%. If you have power, you let the guy feel it. You touch him, you let him feel it. Because it's going to keep the guy off you. He's going to be thinking twice about coming after you. Right? And once you start thinking, debating, oh, should I do it now? Should I do it now? No, now. Right? Then
it's too late.
The other guy has the upper hand.
Gotcha.
The upper hand.
And so, would he in that fight? Did he generally try? Did you notice? Did he try to get off a few power shots very early in the first round? Send a message.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So like, that makes sense.
And because the thing is with Cuban fighters and Cuban, really, they're the best amateurs. They come out like when it's like earlier in the tournament. Like our fight was semifinal. So Cubans save it for the final, or usually semifinals or finals.
Yeah.
But he right away wanted to show that, hey, I got power. I'm taking a big lead. After I get the lead, then I'm gonna coast and save it for the finals, and then I'm gonna go full out in the finals.
So he
get a gold medal.
So after he knocked you down, it was a standing 8 count, or how's it work in amateurs?
Then they give you. I went down, and then I got back up.
Yeah, and then an 8 count.
Yeah, then they continued the count like you're up. They were counting you on the ground, like you're down on the ground.
Okay.
Yeah, 1, 2 until you got up, and then are you okay? You know, all that stuff, and.
So
and
did you continue fighting?
Yeah, listen to this. So the bell rings shortly after that to signify the end of the round.
Yeah.
I go to the wrong corner because I'm so disorientated still. I start walking. I'm like, oh, and then they're looking at me like, I think it was Pedro Diaz in the corner.
Uh-huh.
And they're looking at me like, senor. Like,
senor.
Yeah. No,
you are going in the wrong way. Oh, man. So you got rocked. And it was the end of the round? Close to the end of the round?
Yeah, close to the end of the round. Okay. But I was still disorientated in the whole fight.
Yeah.
Right? I'm not going to even lie, man. Like, I wasn't fully... The next round, I almost went to the wrong corner again. I was still not clear.
Yeah. So, do you remember where that punch connected? The one that knocked you out? Was it a temple shot, a chin shot? Back of the ear?
I can't remember exactly. Because it's like... It's not like I got a gunshot wound and I know the wound's right there.
Yeah.
It was like a bit... But I just remember, like, he came out, bang, and he's, like, so powerful, bang, caught me, like, overhand left southpaw, bang, bang, over top, caught me, and I went down.
Damn.
To be honest, I'm lucky they let the fight continue.
Yeah.
Because that could totally have been stopped, and I'll be the first to admit it, man, he had me effed up.
Well, no shame in that.
Yeah.
You know, if it since it was Brazeale, I mean, Nothing to hang your head on that.
No, for sure, no.
Any other power punchers
fought-
that you were in the ring
I
with
fought
that you beat?
I fought Abner Maris.
I remember.
He wasn't a power puncher as
No.
an amateur. As a pro. He had like a 46%, 44% knockout ratio as a pro, but he had a great professional career.
And you remember him hitting hard as
He
a pro,
dropped
as
me.
a amateur?
He dropped me too.
But you still came back and beat him,
I came
right?
back and I won. It was a flash knockdown. I threw a hook. He threw a hook, and my hand must have came down because you always got to keep that right there. Bang!
Yeah.
He hit me and I went down, and it got right back up, and I still won that fight. That was like a 40-35 fight.
That's a close fight.
That was a shootout, man.
Did you? Yeah, that's a lot of punches, actually.
Yeah.
Did you? Do you remember? Did you do anything to sort of nullify that hook or that power off that hook? Do you remember making a little change
with Abner?
Yeah.
Yeah, like once I got dropped, I'm like, damn, like that just shows that I was being careless.
Right.
That like I'm having my way with this guy. I'm doing well. Let me sit back on the. But you always got to be 100% focused and 100% ready.
Yeah.
Like the shot can come anytime. You got to be ready to nullify it.
Nice, man.
And stuff. Yeah.
Nice. It's a good record against Maris. 3 times you fought him?
Yeah, beat him all 3 times. All
Amazing.
3 times.
Amazing.
Sorry. No, I beat him twice. He beat me once. He beat me in the last fight.
Okay.
But
still, that's a good record against a guy that was a champion.
Yeah.
Title holder as a pro until he met Johnny
Gonzalez. And he
knocked him out
welcomed him to any moment anybody can get flattened.
Right. Now I got a great segue for you.
Yeah.
Okay, because he fought Johnny Gonzalez.
Yeah.
And then Johnny Gonzalez got the title. Then Johnny Gonzalez fought Gary Russell Jr. Gary Russell Jr. destroyed him in a few rounds.
Yeah.
Gary Russell Jr. fought on the undercard of the Wilder fight.
Oh, that's a good segue.
Yeah, nice, huh?
Yeah, that's brilliant. Brilliant.
So, let's talk a little bit about that fight.
And I remember Gary Russell Jr. because he was 119-pounder, what is amateur, and he won a bronze at the Olympics.
No, he was on the alternate team. He was there, and then he got sick. He had some stomach issues.
Oh, I'm so
and then he had to forfeit his position on the team.
Okay, right.
Yeah, but he was an Olympian.
He was a 119 champion of the U.S. champion, but then that happened.
Correct.
And then he had but I will always remember him. He was a U.S. champion. I'm glad I never.
That's right.
Canada never fought USA. Then he was younger than me too, so
he was in your weight class.
He was in my weight class, so
yeah.
But we never fought.
Very fast hands.
Yeah. Oh my God, like really fast, but. Hey, remember Lomachenko schooled him.
Yeah, Lomachenko, timing and speed.
And look at Gary Russell was talking smack to Javante Davis. Like, come on, man, I'm a pro and I'm this, I'm that. Man, Lomachenko's the guy there.
I know he is, but Lomachenko's now at 135. Russell Jr. still at 126.
Yeah, true.
He fought in his previous fight. He fought Jojo Diaz, who just fought,
and that was a good.
Fonseca.
That was a good win against Diaz. Man.
That was a beautiful fight against Diaz. Really good.
And Diaz is a really good fighter, Jojo.
Yeah, but
really
had trouble making that 126, so that's why he's now fighting at 130, and he fought that dude Fonseca at 130. Yeah. We talked about that, right? So, Gary Russell Jr. fought Kiko Martinez.
Right.
It went 5 rounds.
Spaniard.
Yeah, and Kiko...
Spaniard.
Yeah, a couple good fighters. Former world champion, member Campillo.
Yeah, from
Spain. From Barcelona. I think from Barcelona.
Yeah. Well, Barcelona. Remember we were both there. We didn't see each other. We were there at the same time. Same Las Ramblas.
Yeah.
Same street.
I don't know why. I thought you were in Madrid. That's why.
Yeah.
But anyway,
somebody messed up.
Probably me. But so that fight went 5 rounds. He cut Kiko Martinez with a pretty deep, bad cut over his eye. I didn't see much blood in his eye, but it was coming down a bit. Ref stops the fight in the middle of the 5th round, calls him over to the doctor. Doctor has a look, and these guys know. These doctors know ringside.
Yeah.
Has a look at it. It was probably deep. It wasn't bleeding a lot, which means there's a supraorbital blood vessel here. Okay. If that gets cut open, then it's a gusher, but it doesn't mean it's serious.
Yeah.
But when it's serious is when you can see the fatty layer of the tissue, and sometimes you can see the underlying bone as well. That starts to get dangerous because you also got some nerves up there too. So you don't want those damaged. So it must have been a very deep cut.
Yeah.
They stopped the fight.
Yeah.
It's the 5th round, and I want to get your opinion on this.
Yeah.
So it doesn't go to a decision because it's after the 4th round. So it doesn't go to a decision. So Gary Russell Jr. wins the fight on a stoppage.
After the 4th round.
After the 4th. This was in the 5th round they stopped it. What do you think about that 4-round cut rule? Anything before the 4th round, it goes to a decision.
Dog, that exact same thing happened to me. My last professional fight at the at the Powerade Center in Brampton.
Okay.
I fought for the NBA title.
Yeah.
I fought the Mexican guy, and I got headbutted early in the fight. The cut got bad. It got worse.
Was it now? Did the ref deem it as a headbutt or a
accidental
headbutt?
Accidental,
okay.
Yeah. Because accidental led the fight, but then I couldn't continue. But it didn't go past 4 rounds.
Okay, so then it should have been a decision.
Oh, sorry, it did go past 4 rounds.
Then you lost.
So it went to the technical decision.
Right.
Whatever the fight was up at that point, it was only the 4th round, and I'm a notoriously slow starter.
Yeah.
And he was winning the fight, so he won. But it was such a 15-stitch cut right here. See this?
Yeah.
See this ever?
I
right
in certain light I can see it. Yeah.
Oh, but anyways, 15 stitches right there from the headbutt. It was nasty.
So here's my question.
Yeah.
Do you think 4 rounds is enough?
I don't think
or
so.
Do you think maybe 7 rounds? Then it's anything after 7 rounds.
Yeah.
Then it's then it's not doesn't go to the judges.
Yeah,
anything after 7, let's say, or 6, because at least it gives you a chance. Okay, you got a cut. It's bad. Maybe let me finish this round, and I got to try to knock this guy out. Otherwise, they're going to stop the fight.
Yeah. I think six rounds. I think that's sufficient. But
because then you can really see who's...
I don't agree with the 4 rounds because not much is really going to happen in 4. It does, but it doesn't. It doesn't.
Right.
The best fight. Put it this way: the best fighter won't win. Like I lost that fight. I was way better than that guy. And
see, I don't like that ruling.
Yeah.
The other thing they should take into consideration is whether the cut came from a punch or shit. Don't worry about that. We just got to plug her in. Whether the sorry guys, technical difficulty.
Me.
Whether the whether the cut came from a punch or whether it came from a headbutt. And I think that if it came from a headbutt, they, regardless of what round it is, they should go to look at the score in the judge's scorecard.
Yeah.
Don't automatically the other guy wins, right?
Yeah. No, I agree with that.
Now there's a classic fight. I don't know if you ever saw when Troy Ross fought Steve Cunningham in the U.S.
Yeah. And Troy got ripped off twice. And Juan Pablo Hernandez, the other Cuban.
That was bullshit.
And then
excuse my
language. He should have been a 2-time world champion.
Absolutely.
And is a 2-time Olympian.
He's amazing, and he won the Contender Series too.
The Contender.
So he should have.
Such a nice guy.
Really nice guy. I hung out with him at a wedding, at Horace Hunter's wedding, and I was just picking his brains. He was probably sick of me.
You're probably like a kid in the candy store.
Oh man,
right?
That's all I talked.
Yeah.
We talked was boxing, but in that fight, he got thumbed.
Yeah.
And it ripped open his eyelid. It was a nasty looking thing, but he could still see.
Yeah.
And he wanted to continue fighting. The doc stopped it, I think, in the 3rd or 4th round. But he was schooling Cunningham.
Yeah.
And they went to the scorecard and they gave it to Cunningham. It was such BS.
Terrible.
Yeah, terrible call. The Canadians don't get the calls
Some-
sometimes.
yeah,
I don't know.
they don't.
Maybe it's not a Canadian thing. I don't know. But
No, over in
deserved
Germany, Germany is known to have the worst officiating, the worst scores.
so they go by.
bad
So it's usually
decisions.
their
Usually for
their
the German,
guys.
yeah, the German affiliated fighter.
Gotcha.
You know, it's what a joke, man.
Yeah. So maybe I don't
Make
know.
it fair, guys. Across the board, man. Make it fair.
I
These
agree.
guys go in the ring. There, you see it all the time.
Yeah.
There's fight. Did we watch the same fight?
I know.
And as the judges, because two judges got it for the other guy, and one judge has it for the guy that should have won, and
Or two judges have the scorecards pretty close, and then the one has this wide.
yeah, like for
range.
the other guy, and you're just like, what?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, what?
Like Canelo Triple G1.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
But we won't go back over that again.
No.
So, so Gary Russell gets the win at 126 in that undercard.
Yeah.
And that was still a fun fight to watch because that dude throws fast combinations.
Very fast,
Yeah.
very fast. Good, skilled fighter.
Yep,
And
lefty as well.
There's a bunch of he's got brothers, siblings.
That's
and
right.
they're all fighters too.
Yeah.
Two of them, two other
I
siblings.
can't remember, but
Yeah.
I know he's talked about
He's
them.
got good bloodlines.
Yeah.
One guy I wanted to talk about
Yeah.
is Naoya Inoue,
Yes.
the Japanese fighter.
Inouie. So he fought on that night as well.
Yeah, he
Rodriguez.
fought. And that was in Glasgow, Scotland.
Yeah.
In the Super Series bantamweight tournament. So the Super Series has been a good tournament.
It's
At
been
least
good.
you're getting these guys fighting and stuff. And Inoue, this guy's his nickname, the Monster. That's his nickname, but he really is a monster. That's a really fitting nickname for this guy. This guy just crushes people.
How many knockouts does he, or he's on a knockout streak or
He's
something?
on an eight fight knockout streak right now.
Yeah.
And you know, as the fights in your career, the fights get better and better, tougher and tougher. The opponents get better and better as you climb up higher and stuff.
And he knocked him out with a Rodriguez out with a body shot at the end.
The last one was a body shot.
Yeah.
Oh,
But he'd been going to the body, that same spot too.
I just felt the pain because I know the importance of the body shot.
Yeah.
And bang, when you land that, that's like the money punch. It's over.
It's like when when you've landed a good body shot too. It's just like when you hit the sweet spot on your when you play tennis.
Yeah.
And you hit the sweet or golf, you hit the sweet spot of the golf head.
Yeah.
Man, the ball's gonna fly, and it's the same thing, right? With a good body shot, you know when you've crushed somebody.
I remember one fight I had like a long time ago when I starting off, like probably 8-10 fights, something. I fought a guy in Sarnia, I think it was, and I hit him with a body shot, and I think it was just an exhibition because you're not supposed to go full out exhibition. But I'm like, this is a boxing, man. Like, boom, hit him with a body shot, and he was started throwing up in the corner in his pocket, throwing it. I think it was from Jamestown in Toronto. Jamestown Boxing Club, something like that.
You know you've hit a guy hard in the gut
when he's throwing
up in the corner. Good.
Yakking.
Good. That should be the goal.
So Inouie 5'5", okay, he's 26 years old from Yokohama, Japan. He's in his prime.
Yeah.
He's 18-0, 16 KOs. He's steadily climbing up that pound for pound, like the best guy in boxing, only because of his weight class and where he's from, Japan, and he's not a household name. These are real factors that are pretty much like keeping him away from the around here in North America and stuff. And and the thing is, like, with the smaller weight class fighters, not really revered that much as middleweights, heavyweights, welterweights are in North America. But over in Japan, he's a huge star. They love the smaller weight class fighters.
Yeah.
Man, I should have went over there. I practiced my Japanese. Hey.
Ichni-san-chi, go.
Yeah, go.
But
Mango, seed, hatch.
Look how well, when remember Jorge Linares, when he moved out to Japan, he became a big star out there.
He did.
And he had a great fight against Lomachenko.
Yeah. He did well in that fight.
I thought so. First guy to knock him down, flash knockdown.
Yeah, he put him down.
Yeah.
But then who didn't get up?
Right.
After the knockdown.
Another body shot.
Yeah,
beautiful.
It's over when you land.
Especially when you connect on a bot, when your body shot's a counter, so the guy's arm is out, and you're just inside that.
Because you don't expect it. You're like this. Then you get hit to the body.
It's terrible. That feels terrible.
I remember. I don't know if I told you this. The one time I fought a guy in Montreal. It was my second pro fight.
Yeah.
A Mexican guy, and I was schooling him every round, 6-round fight, but he hit me with one body shot right here, underneath the elbow. And I was like paralyzed, and I couldn't even move, but I couldn't show him I'm hurt because he would know, and then he would jump on. I couldn't even defend myself. I needed like 5 seconds.
Yeah, it's unbelievable.
And then I'm okay again. Shake it off, go back after him. And
it is absolutely paralyzing. Yeah. That's the problem.
Yeah, but debilitating.
Love seeing it. I love seeing knockouts through
fighters that go to the body. I always say, if I say a fighter go to the body, I'm like, he's a good fighter. He's a seasoned, well-schooled fighter.
Absolutely.
Right? So Inouie, and now is going to face Nonito Donaire in the final.
Yeah.
What do you know when that date is? I'm not sure when the final is. I don't think it's been announced yet.
I don't know. I heard when Nonito Donaire fought also a couple weeks ago, right?
Yeah.
And then after that fight, I remember they said he's going to fight the winner of the Inouie fight.
Yeah.
But it might not be till December.
Okay. Yeah, I think I heard that.
Yeah, so we'll keep an eye out for that and announce that once we find out.
One thing, this one kind of funny little snippet to that Destroy of Inouie and this fight with Rodriguez, and so during the pre-fight media events, there was a confrontation during the public session. Shingo Inouie, that's his father, was using his smartphone to take pictures while Rodriguez was training and working out and whatever. So William Cruz, the coach of Rodriguez, suddenly came over and shoved Inouie, the father, Shingo. And then, so he says this, he's like, now, how do you pronounce it?
Inouie.
No, but there's a dad now.
Oh, no.
Hey, respectfully, we're making a mistake because we really think you're an amazing fighter. Just
it's hard to pronounce.
Talent.
Yeah.
Just that. So William Cruz, the coach of Rodriguez, suddenly came over and shoved Inouie's father. And then Inouie now says this, truly the event that happened to my father was an accident, but that got me angry because of the behavior of the Puerto Rican code and no respect for my father. This is the reason why I decided to jump right into the fight to knock Emmanuel Rodriguez out at all costs. To hate him as hard as ever in a vindicated way. Like, you woke up the giant, man. The monster. The monster woke him up.
Inouie's father, I don't know if is he like a part of his training team?
Yeah.
He is.
Yeah.
Okay, he should know better, and I'm not justifying it, but he should know better when you're in the other training camp. You don't pull up your phone and start shooting.
But I think that's a Japanese thing, because Japanese they're always taking pictures.
Well, that's a stereotype, too.
Well, why'd you laugh? Then?
Because I'm getting this, Godzilla image.
It's just...
oh, no, Godzilla, don't step on me. But he should know better, because this is the boxing world, and
yeah,
but
you're right. But it was a small thing.
Right. The other dude didn't need to push him. He could have just come over and said, no cameras in here.
Basically, that was fuel for his
right.
fire.
And that's what he should have done.
Made his fire freaking burn like crazy.
Don't give your other guy a reason to come back harder.
I know. But that's funny, eh?
That is funny.
See the honor. You didn't show my father honor.
Yeah.
Now I must hurt you.
Yeah, you killed my father.
Yeah, I must hurt. I must kill you.
Yeah, I think that's a good story, though. I mean, that sells too, right?
Yeah.
So
pretty interesting.
On that undercard, so there was also another fight, the fight in Scotland as well, where you had, or not in Scotland, in England, in his hometown, Billy Joe Saunders.
Billy Joe, yeah.
We should talk about that fight too.
Billy Joe now 28-0, 13 KOs, unanimous decision against.
Isufi, I think you pronounce
That's it.
Who was pretty durable, but I gotta, for as much as you don't like Billy Joe Saunders, I like the way he fights, man. Like his movement and head movement and angles and footwork. And he's a big guy. He fought at 168 super middleweight fight. Yeah. And he was able to put some beautiful combinations. That was a fun fight to watch.
He's a great tactician. Look, Olympic gold medalist, so you can't forget that. Like, if you have a pedigree of Olympic gold medalist, you definitely know how to fight.
Yeah. And you were in a lot of fights, probably.
Yeah.
So, except Wilder.
Yeah.
He had a short, he didn't have a big amateur career.
No,
and he still won a
started
bronze.
late and won a bronze.
That's just good athleticism.
Good athlete. Former football player.
Yeah.
Alabama.
And an intelligent guy, too. So he probably uses that in the ring also.
Till today! Remember when he was going off that? Till today!
I love that.
Till today! You know what I was talking about. Till today! He was going off, man.
He knows how to talk, though. He knows how to promote. I love the guy.
He's good. I like the guy.
Yeah, he's amazing.
You know, look at the story. Look how he got into boxing.
Yeah.
His daughter had spina bifida.
Yep.
So he's like, I gotta do something for her.
Yeah.
I gotta do something. So he became heavyweight champion. Now they're well off. She can get all the treatment and care that needs to help her live a healthy life.
And then that's right. And even after the fight, because there was a lot of trash talk before that Brazeale fight.
There was.
Both guys.
Yeah.
And a little bit of personal stuff, but nothing crazy. But after the fight, Deontay Wilder was like, look, we said what we said, but now we're two men. We fought. We risked our lives, both of us.
Yeah.
I respect him. I love him as a fighter, and there's no bad feelings. That's good. It gives